Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. This is Pink Girly. And this morning, while I'm waiting for a few folks to come in and gather, good morning, Joyce. I think I'm going to make some tinkle tape, as I lovingly like to call it. Good morning, Peggy. So I'm going to make a little bit of tinkle tape. I'm going to make a couple different colors. Cynthia, hello, good morning. And I can repeat this if some gals come in and don't know how to make this, but I learned how to make this from Johnny from the Hey Cindy, good morning. From Johnny from the uh, Journal Junk Shop. I think that's how I think that's right. And she was kind enough to during one of her lives, I questioned about it, and she was kind enough to show how to make it. So I've been doing it like she taught me quite a few years ago now. So you just need some. Now, by tinkle tape, I'm talking about, when you journal or you're doing mixed media and you want to put a piece of tape on your page that looks old, it looks yellowed, and it looks like it's been in, a book for 20 or 30 years. You can't always get that, and it doesn't always come off well. So you can create your own. So I call it tinkle tape because it looks like to me someone's tinkled on it. Sorry, but that's just now what I call it. Anywho, you just want to get some clear tape. I'm going to do a larger piece too. I'm going to do a piece of packing tape, and then I just have regular transparent tape that you would use to, wrap up a present. So this one is 3/4 of an inch. So thanks, Peggy. I was hoping you would do that. There you go. So I have been putting it on acetate and trying to peel it up and reuse it, which has not been really working very well for me. It did originally, but lately it's just not been. So Peggy recommended using release paper to store it on. So yesterday, I was involved with the Altered Chocolate Box collab, and I used a rub-on. So this is the release paper from a rub-on. So by Yes, that's a good point. I use the clear, shiny cellophane, not that frosted kind. I mean, you might be able to use it. I'm not sure how that really looks, but Peggy's recommending to always use a shiny, so I'm thinking she knows better than I. So you just want to use a clear, like your packing tape. This you could cut up and do different sizes. So I'm just doing this because I can, the bigger piece. Um, so Peggy recommended the release paper. So you can get this, like I used a rub on and I have this left over. Or if you're peeling stickers off of a sheet of paper or labels, that's what we're talking about, release paper. When you put something on it, it releases whatever's on it very easily. Okay. So if you have any questions, put them in caps for me. Um, if I don't know the answer or don't respond, Peggy certainly would be able to help you because she is a wealth of knowledge. And there's Christine G. Good morning. Nice to see you. All right, so I'm just going to take a little piece of this. Janet. Good morning, Janet. Well, it's not good morning. It's good afternoon, Janet. So I'm just going to put a little piece here. Now, look, I got a little fuzzy there. And I just like to put strips of small pieces. I don't usually use a whole big, long, chunk of it on any given project generally. So I'm just putting that down. Now I'm going to take a piece of packing tape and do the same. Now I keep this folded under so I can peel it up easily. So let me just snip this away. And I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do one piece because this is really large. Of course, you can cut it to any size you want. And I'm really just doing this to show you can do it on any, really, I guess you call it cellophane tape, transparent tape. I don't know the official terminology. All right. Okay, so I put that down. Now what you're going to want to have is some alcohol ink. I pulled out a couple of different colors because I want to make a couple of different colors to maybe use in my project today. I don't know. I may not use it. I might. I just thought it was in my little box. I pulled it out. So to make the original tingle tape, to make it look old, um, you really want some kind of a caramely color. So I generally use latte, but there's butterscotch and there's caramel or caramel, um, you know, something yellowy browny kind of, that nice caramel butterscotchy color. Now you may be noticing that my nails are very different. I will just stop to say I was hoping these red ones would last me through today, but my thumb popped off and my pinky popped off. I put them on to only last and stay on a couple of weeks because I knew these were coming and I wanted to switch them out. So these started to come off. So instead of re-gluing the red and then have it last another 2 weeks, I'm switching to my next set, which is going to be this. They're kind of different, but these are Valentine ones. Aren't they weird? I love them. Good morning, Vale. So you got to take some alcohol ink, the color that you choose. Good morning, Lynn. I'm making tinkle tape. And then you're going to try to see where you put that tape down on your release paper. And get a Q-tip, a little cotton swab. What else should we call them? A cotton bud or whatever. So you want to get those, have those handy. And then you're just going to take your ink. And put some on top of the tape. Now you really could leave it like that and let it dry. So it would take a few minutes. But you can also move it around if you want to move it out to the edges. Now see, it's the cotton swab sobs a lot of it. It sucks a lot of that up. I know, right? But see what it's doing here? See how it's, now that I've moved it around and it's starting to settle in, see how it's making a dark, and I moved it so it's making a crease there, and you're just getting some different shapes and movement. So I'm just going to let that dry. Good morning, Belinda. And then I always think too, when I use the earbud, now you could use your finger, right? That might work better, or a paintbrush, whatever. I just grab the cotton swab. But see, it soaks up a lot of the ink, and I'm cheap, so I don't usually like to do that. But you can really move it around however you want, or just squeeze it on there and let it do its thing, which is kind of what I did with this half. Now, see, even where I put the cotton bud, it's starting to move over. Now, once that dries, you can peel that up, and generally, you've got enough stick left to put it on your journal page, or whatever, the mixed media, whatever you're working on. Now, you may want to add a little extra glue, but you can determine that depending on how sticky it feels once you take it up off of the release paper, right? So I've got two other little pieces of paper here. Now I'm going to be using some different colors today in the little project that I want to work on. Hey, Candy, good morning. So I thought there was some blue. See, I have a little cheese box, a wooden cheese box, a vintage cheese box that I keep a lot of my little bottles of product in. And some of them are re-inkers, some of them are foundry wax, and some of them are the alcohol inks. And I have other ones, but they're packed away. And just the ones that I use more frequently or have used in a recent project are in that box. Now, I did watch Tim Holtz yesterday. He has a live that he does on Saturday mornings or early afternoon. I think it might be around noon. Um, and I do have the little trays that are for storing ink that you might have left over from a project. But what I never thought of, is just load it up with all of your different inks so you can use it as a palette. I have two of them. One of them I put my shavings of my watercolor pencils in, my Timmy watercolor pencils. But I'm going to go and put all my inks in. I'm just seeing if I could grab them. They're usually sitting right up here, next to my noodle. Let me stand up and see. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Bum, 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 bum. There they are. Let's see if this one's. Yeah, see, now this is the one that I have my pencil shavings in. So it just acts like watercolor because I'm so cheap. I grind and sharpen my watercolor pencils and put the shavings in there, add a little drip of water, let it sit open so it dries. And then when I want to just use a little bit of his watercolor pencils, I can just open this up and use it. But they're really for, and they sell them and advertise them for ink. So this is what Tim had yesterday. Of course, he's got, 30 of these babies with all kinds of, he's got his spray stuff and he's got all kinds of stuff in it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out all my different inks and give myself, you don't need much because then this reconstitutes. I don't even know if it really will totally dry. I guess alcohol would. But it's going to close. I'm going to close this so it shouldn't evaporate, I don't think. Anyway, that's what he had his in. This is what they're advertised as. Of course, I take off the little paper and throw that out. But then I can have a palette of my alcohol inks, and if I want to use it, I can just pull out, I like to buy these things when they're on sale. Anywho, so that's just another rabbit hole, a little rabbit trail there. Okay, so I'm using some different colors today in my project. So I thought, well, let me try some of this different alcohol ink on the tape. I don't know if I'll use it or if I won't, but I'm going to make it. Generally, I just do oh, look. I spritzed it right. Well, that looks kind of cool. My little squeezing is a little out of control. That looks kind of, look at that. Isn't that neat? Mixed media. Well, come on in. It's good to see everybody. Now, this one is called Valencia. Yeah. Let's do that on purpose. And if I don't like it, I can tear it away. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they are candy? They piled it floor to ceiling. Oh, that's a bummer. So I'm going to go back to my latte. I'm going to put another little strip of tape down. Cellophane, please, if you're just joining us. I'm making some tinkle tape, and I'm putting it on release paper. And I'm just going to squeeze some of this on. This color is latte, but you could use a butterscotch or a caramel. Even if you had a brown, I guess, and you could put a little yellow or white in it to lighten it up, you might be able to use that as well. Leah, hi, good morning. I'm going to put some. You know what? I put a big piece of packing tape here. Oh, Peggy, that would have been a good. That would have. Peggy said you should have marked those boxes food, and they wouldn't have. Candy's disappointed. All her craft supplies are in storage, packed floor to ceiling. Look, I'm going to just make this kind of a collagey mess here. Now, of course, blue and orange don't mix real well. Yeah, it does kind of look like raw sienna, doesn't it? Candy's letting her artist brain show. Now, that's kind of weird. But I'm going to just set this aside and let it dry. And then I might use this a little bit later. So welcome in. I was trying to decide what to do today after streaming yesterday. I was beat to the socks, kids. I mean, I was so tired. I took a very long nap. I barely woke up for supper. It was just I had to force myself to wake up, and I don't know why I was so stinking tired. I'm making what I'm calling tinkle tape. So it's not washy because once I use this on my project, Cynthia, um, it won't come back up. It'll stick right down, um, and it'll stay there. So this is creating old looking tape to put on, say, a journal page or a mixed media page, or wherever you want, to kind of give it that old vintage look. And then here I'm just messing around with the different colors because the colors I'm going to use today in my project I think are like these blues and oranges. So I'm just being silly and mixing that up to see what I get. It does look a little cool, you know. Hey, CB, good morning. All right, so I was beat to the socks and I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do today. And I don't know. It's not that I didn't feel like doing something. I just thought, well, what would the girls want to do? And, uh, anyway, I said to Janet Nash earlier today, I was kicking around ideas of what I wanted to do. And so I landed on the board books, the children's board books. Now, I had started one, and the theme was kind of birds and owls. I didn't pull that out. And I've seen gals, decorating these little books that we had for our kids, a lot of us, we have had children. They have the thicker pages, and you can get them in all sizes. Some of them even have, let me get my other ones. I went to a thrift shop with my sister the last time I was over in Pennsylvania. And she has, my grandchildren are too old for this kind of book right anymore. But she has two young grandchildren. So we were back in the book section, and I said, "Oh, let's look for those board books, with the thick pages." And a lot of them have a lot of pages, which I wasn't particularly interested in, but I did pick up a couple. And like Jacqueline said, I could take those apart and use them for different things. But I was mostly looking for ones that were smaller in size, like this one. I was looking quickly for my owl one, but of course I don't see it. But this one here has a like kind of a scalloped edge, which is fun. Okay, let's see what I missed on chat. We don't have a choice, so they can get electric. Yeah, the heat. Yeah. A lot of those board books are in rough shape, so you don't feel. Yes, that's true too, Malia. That's a good point. But see, I was looking for ones that didn't have a whole lot of pages, really. Now, this one I picked up because I liked the shape of it. See how many pages it has? So I think I'm going to whack this baby like in half, or maybe in thirds. But I just loved the shape of this one. And now this one's a little larger. You can see this one again. This one's a different shape. And this one's a different shape, but I also love these images. Look at that rabbit. Aren't the images great? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. This one may not get totally covered. Oh yeah, fabric would be great. So again, wherever your imagination takes you or your supplies, so I thought it might be fun to just fool around with some of these, right? So then last night or early this morning, I guess it was, I was awake, had to get up and go to the bathroom, and I'm naughty. I just don't go right back to sleep. I have to look at my phone. And of course, Jacqueline never sleeps. She is always awake and doing something. So we were chatting, and I was starting to wind down a little bit. And I had to look in the Etsy shop, and I bought a couple more digitals. So there are a couple that I thought I might like to use today in one of these board books. And I had such a hard time getting them to print the way I wanted this morning. So I was trying to fool my computer, and I need. Uh, I need another digital. Like I need a third breast. Okay, I'm just going to say it. That's just the honest truth. Okay, but they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Now I didn't print all the ones I wanted to print. I just printed the ones that I wanted to use, and I didn't get to print them all because I was having a hard time with my program because I'm using the um, presentation paper, which is a little more expensive. It's a nice weight. It's like 48 pounds, and it's a nice weight, and you get really beautiful images. This one I messed up, and I printed on top of one. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. But when I send them to print, just in my printer option, I can't move them around and manipulate them. So I was trying to manipulate them, and my program, for whatever reason this morning, would not let me download the images. So I just quick thought, you know what, just bite the bullet, and I'm going to waste a little bit of paper. So these don't quite fit on this book. So I thought, well, I'll paint them. I'll paint some of the covers. And this one I printed large because I was thinking I might be able to use just a section of her face for the cover. But I thought these images were just so cool. Now, this is from an Etsy shop. And her shop is called, yeah, see, Malia, you're good. See, I got a notice on my phone this morning that said had a bad sleeping record last night. And to avoid that, maybe I should go to bed on time. I didn't even go to bed on time. I was really off last night. But of course, I had a huge nap in the afternoon because I was so exhausted. So there's that. But I was a naughty, naughty girl. So you're exactly right. If I look at my phone, I usually am up. I might sleep for another hour or two, but a lot of times I'm just awake. So freaking nosy. All right, so I'm going to cut these out. And I think I'm just going to use matte medium. So normally I'm using my Adobe Express program, and I can manipulate these and print smaller images all on one sheet. And then I don't waste, this paper. Now this one, I got it in back, backwards, and I printed on top of itself. So I might use this for a background. I'm still going to cut it out. Now that I'm looking at my tape, I don't know that. Well, you know what? I could probably shame on you. Welcome to my sleep. Yeah, Peggy says I put my phone on do not disturb. Oh, that would be an I. Well, it's not the phone that wakes me. It's my body that wakes me. Having to go tinkle. So now, see this bigger chunk. I'll just save that and put that in where I have my scrap papers when I need to write on something. Now look at this chick. Look how cool she is, huh? Huh? Yeah. So I really could. I don't think I have. Well, maybe I do. Hold on. I'm going to check these little templates that I have. It's probably not one big enough, but we'll see. Okay. I have a little bit of an avalanche. It's not the right shape. No, I thought I had. Oh, wait a minute. What's this one? Hold. Hey, that one looks like it might be a little short, but that might be easier for me to work with. So I can see where I want to cut it out. Maybe just one eyeball or part of one eyeball. Maybe I'll do that. Now I got to get a writing implement that I can see on this paper. Maybe I'll get a little bit of her lips in there. I think she's very yummy. Okay, I've got a white pencil here. Let me see if this is going to show up. Yeah, I should be able to see. Maybe I need a little bit more, a better point. Let's see if I can give her a little sharpen. So I like to watch these Midsummer Murders, and I think I've watched all of them, but I think I fall asleep during a lot of them. So now I'm rewatching. Oh boy, the one I watched last night. Some of them don't bother me, but this one was really upsetting. So I guess that didn't help. All right, so I'm just going to trace around here. Ooh, got a little squeak. I don't see it so much down there. Might have to wing it. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. My eyeballs aren't that great. Let's see, let's put it back. I forgot about the light part. Now I'm going to switch to my little pen. Have you, Lynn? Oh my gosh. Which ones do you like? Do you like the ones with Tom better or the ones with John, or you don't really care? Now this pen, if I leave a mark behind, I can look. I didn't do it right. I'm in the wrong space. Okay, so it's one of those days. Oh, I have the wrong square. I have the wrong square. That could be the problem. I don't know why you all put up with me. I wrote right on her face. You prefer John? Oh, that's funny. See, I love Tom. And did you notice and realize that in one of the ones where Tom was, the guy that plays John was one of the characters. He played the last name, the guy's name was Bolt. He was a gardener. I thought that was bizarre. And then a couple of years later, he's like Tom's cousin, and that makes me crazy. All right, I'm not going to put the heat on it yet because then I'll lose this line too. So I'm just going to cut this out. Oh, you said that backwards? You like Tom? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love Tom. Love Tom. All right, so I watched Tim Holtz yesterday. I don't always tune in, but I did yesterday. And I should probably not even say this because I don't know what the product was he used. But he did a technique where I know, I guess that's it. I mean, maybe they think we're stupid or we don't remember. But I'm so invested in this program. I just love it. I could watch 24/7. Between that and Doc Martin, I could watch it 24/7. All right, I'm going to make my lines disappear here. All right, so Timmy takes, now you may not think you'd like this, but yeah, Hallmark definitely does the same thing. Um, but he took a black piece of cardstock and he took one of his, I don't know what he calls these stamps, but they're the ones that are like the drawing ones, like say the cup of coffee and it's got all the lines and the schematics and the measurements and stuff. He took one of those. He did the, I think it's a Queen of Hearts or something. And he put the embossing ink on it, stamped it on the black cardstock. And then he had a product that was an embossing product, but it was not a glaze and it's not a regular embossing powder. But I don't remember what he called it. But you could go to his channel, YouTube channel, and check out what he did yesterday. And now see, let me see if which one is smallest. Maybe this little guy. So then he put that powder on. Now, yeah, I guess. But I just had a hard time with it. I mean, he was good looking when he was young, but not so much when he got older. Anyhow, so I'm going to move this over this way, I believe, and I'm going to paint behind here. And I think I want her for my front cover. And then I'm going to work with these and put these on other pages. And then let's see, how many pages do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back cover. So I'm going to put some other stuff in here too, not just these gals. Although I do think they're yummy. Anyway, this one I didn't round so much, but if I put it I think that's a little bigger. I might round that corner a little better. Anyway, so this embossing stuff, you don't want it to get shiny. You just want it to turn clear. All right. So we did that. Then he took just a regular piece of chalk, like blackboard chalk, and rubbed it across the image. He went left to right and then he turned it the other way, left to right. So he went both different ways. Then he took his hand and just rubbed all that dust in. And then he, gives it a shake and he wipes it with his little rag. And that was such a cool look. It looked like it was written and done on a chalkboard. Of course, he showed it on a card, like a card front. Um, but it was so cool. And I guess you needed to be a matte, the embossing, you needed to be a matte finish, not the shiny, or else I guess it wouldn't work. So I can't do it or try it or show you until I buy that other stuff, which I don't know that I will. I don't know if I will. Wait a minute, I've got an issue here. I've got my pincher stuck in my heat tool. I couldn't get it out of the drawer. Get it out of the drawer. Oh, I watched a couple of Vera's, but like I've often said, I'm cheap, and I can't get it unless I paid for it. That's too big. I'm batting 1,000 this morning, kids. Well, that's going to have to stay that way unless I go over. I guess I could go there. All right, let me do the top. I'm such a nut. I'm such a nutter. Thanks, Peggy. I love the scenery. And of course, I'm figuring out what's going on and why whoever was murdered. I could put something across the bottom there. Okay, so that's what I think I'll do. Now, this is shiny. These books have a little bit of a shine to them. So I'm going to sand it a little bit. Take that off. And rub that down a little bit. Try to get rid of some of that shine. So I can get a good adhesion. And I'm going to do the inside. So what's everybody up to today? Anything interesting? We don't know yet if we're going to play cards with our friends. Our little youngest little great nephew is back in the hospital. He's having such issues with breathing, and we don't know yet if they're connected to allergies or if he's asthmatic. Oh, look, I skipped a page. So he's back down at shop. They took him early this morning. He was having issues last night after he had some dairy. So we're thinking he might have an issue with dairy that's setting the stage for him to have these breathing issues. So they'll keep him overnight, and he'll see a pulmonologist while he's there. Now, he just saw his pediatrician, and of course he was fine. But he had a little cheese or something last night and started with the coughing, and then it goes into the asthma thing, and he can't breathe. Now they have the little neti pot thing. Your best friend and your favorite husband watches the Super Bowl with her. Yeah, I'm going to skip the Super Bowl. And we'll probably be, I don't even know what time it's on. My team doesn't make it. I kind of lose interest anyway. So I was so annoyed at my team for just being dummies. But anyway, my husband's not a sports person. So that's a story there. I got glue all over this glass. I guess I should think about cleaning that up. You're cleaning out your stationery envelopes and purging. Oh my goodness, Peggy, you're going to town on that stuff. Peggy, what was the name of that paper you sent? Kellyanne said straw paper. I'm sure she's correct, but I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't. I thought it was some kind of an Italian paper. It's the like country gold looking paper. You sent several sheets. Oh, he's already requesting snacks. Italian. Okay. I got it there right. Italian straw paper. Okay, cool. I thought there was an Italian in there. I don't want to miss a good Italian. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to look at some paints because I'm going to paint around this. And I might want, I have my blue handy. And now this, she looked more purple on the screen, which is funny. But she's definitely blue when she printed. I missed Michelle. There she is. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle, who's on today? What you got cooking today? Michelle's hosting the altered. Oh, I do like this blue. I wonder if I can. Blue Harbor. Yeah, let's do blue. Let's do Blue Harbor. Is it? It's on late. Oh, well, I don't know about that. I think the Eagles fans might give you a little bit of a run for your money there, Malia. But anywho, and Marit, hello, hello. I think it's good afternoon to you. But definitely Super Bowl snacks are fun, right? But we're out in the, we're way away from our family anyway, so it would just be me. And my husband would be reading a book or listening to or watching some other program on his computer. So it's like, eh. And if my team was playing, my sisters and I would probably either have made arrangements to get together, or we would have been on the phone with each other while it was happening. But they blew it. They blew it. They really, really blew it. All right, I'm getting out a little ceramic palette here to put some of this paint on. And I'm going to go ahead and paint the front. See, this is dry. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and paint the front and the back. These are my other little images. I'm going to put those up in front of me. So when I lose those and say, where are they? You can say, look in front of you, stupid. Okay, is G3 here? Here she is. Where's she at? I see Piggy says hi to G3. There she is. Hello, Brenda. She's a girl with a plan. She's got a plan. She's got her treatment plan. She's ready to go. So keep our dear G3 in your thoughts and prayers, okay? That's, I don't know, you probably did tell me when that's going to start, Brenda, but it's not coming to me right this second. So she's got her treatment plan coming up Let's see, what is CB saying? I love having a plan. Yes, I love for you to have a plan too. Tomorrow, okay, honey. Tomorrow, radiation 25 days. You got it, baby. Okay. CB says it is a separate pre recorded event that airs on Super Bowl Sunday, typically at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, while the Super Bowl is broadcasting later in the day. I miss what that is. Okay. Putting out a little bit of this Steco Art Americana Blue Hob. And I just need a couple of coats on that. They are red. Red is hard to cover. Even if it's white, like when I used to paint ceramics, and of course I'm painting, fired bisque, which is a white surface. Oh, puppy bowl. I have a friend that would probably like that. Well, my neighbor Betty, she would like that. Red is just, it's hard to get red to cover red, and it's hard to get red to have a nice solid coat if you're painting with red. I'm going to make like a little tint here. Get my hands in there. Yeah, so gosh, oh my gosh, it's like February 9th. Oh, 8th. Today's the 8th. February 8th already. Goodness me. Now, this doesn't take long to dry. Yes, we used to have a kiln. We lived in a townhouse at the time and got a kiln. We had molds. Ron would pour the items. And we did that because I had such a demand for my pieces. And Teresa, there she is. How you feeling, kid? How you feeling? Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. There's Kel. Hi, Kel. Good morning. I'm going to hit this with my heat tool. Hit it with the heat tool. So I used to do a lot of, there for a while, ducks and chicks were really popular, even if it wasn't Easter. Ducks and chicks were all very popular. And I would do so many. I would do like 20 at a time. Oh, rough. Oh, sweetie. But you're here. I'm so, so, so happy to see you. Yeah, you hang in there. Oh, I hope you have somebody there helping you, Teresa. I know a lot of times you're on your own. All right, so I'm going to give this another coat. I'm trying to use light strokes because if that paint is not quite dry enough, it'll just roll up and peel. So I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm just not really mashing it down, No, you're alone. Oh, you need to invite over some of them church ladies, Teresa. Are you hungry or you're not so hungry yet? You hungry? You feel like eating? Maybe we can do what we did last time. Nobody feels like cooking when you're recuperating. All right. So that ought to do for now. I'm not worrying too much about the inside pages yet. Not really? Okay. Maybe we'll chat in a couple of days. I'll see how you feel in a couple of days, and then we'll go from there. Julianne's been filting like crazy. Filting. Okay, that's the beginning. Now, because I was fiddling around with, I'm going to sneak this under here, trying to print my images earlier. I could really, I know that's what I said too. Oh, okay. Well, we'll wait till you're feeling better, and so you can enjoy something. Um, so I got so busy fussing around trying to get this stuff printed. I could really just put other paper down, or napkins or whatever, and cover it that way. But the paint was just easy. Do people ever dye colored envelopes? Well, if Jacqueline was here, she would say yes. Oh, Michelle or Kelly Ann, I did some fiddling tiny beads yesterday. Tiny beads are tough. I made a little spider, but it's not the worst thing I've ever made. I'm proud of my first try. Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, I think people do dye them, Peggy. I know for a fact that Jacqueline would. Today, Jacqueline's taken her daughter and some friends to an art museum, and then they're going out for birthday dinner. Her daughter's having she turned 17 a couple days ago, so she's having like a birthday week. All right, need a little sip of water. And then I'm going to pull down my matte medium as oh, geez, I just knocked well, that's typical. Typical. Oh, Teresa. Yeah, you don't want to eat it. You don't want to lose. I mean, losing weight is great, but you don't want to lose it that way. Oh, envelopes are the bomb. I was thinking about, I should have maybe done that today too. I love making envelope journals. Love making them, either for storage or just because. And of course, I have envelopes. Yeah, because when you make them, like when Jacqueline makes them, you got the sticky part, you know. She even sells them. Some of them stick together, and she sells them that way. Because I just use them. You just cut the end, and it's like a pocket. It's not like a pocket; it is a pocket. But yeah, But of course, they might be plain ones. But I know. Yeah, she'll be okay. She did the hard part. She did the hard part. She got through the surgery. This is excellent. I'm so happy to see her. You sent me a picture of your cabinet. Okay, hold on. I have my phone on silent. My vintage. Oh, this cabinet's going to be delicious. Oh my gosh. Look, girls. Oh, Peggy, that is so cool. Wow. Yeah, that's big. It's big. Wow. That's amazing. All right. So I'm going to put this up this away. Now I need a little, I don't want to, whoops, glue my pail. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I could use the other part of that. I've got papers flying at me. All right, so I'm going to put a goodly amount here. And I'm going to put it on here. And then we're going to put this down. I'll be okay. All right. That was hard. You felt it all. What? Hold on. I can't do this in read chat. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I can see where some red is going to be on the edge of the book. You're a card kid? I didn't know that about you. I'll be okay. Surgery makes you that way. Teresa, you felt it all? I don't know what that means. You felt it all. I don't want to know. Okay, she's going to go lay down and watch. Just wanted to tell you all I'm home and okay. Okay, sweetheart. I'll talk to you later this week. I didn't judge that. I'm going to have to trim that. I'm just going to leave that the way it is. It's not. It's It's a little off the edge, but that's all right. I'll get my blade after it. Yeah, Teresa's in Alabama and she's there by herself. I mean, she's got church people, but Teresa doesn't like to ask for help. She doesn't like to bug people. I'm sure they don't feel like they're bugged. You know, I don't know if they offer and she refuses. I don't know about that. I can't speak to that. But I know she doesn't like to ask for help. Well, there's a lot of us that way. That looks kind of cool. All right, so let's put this aside. Now, this is where well, I should probably let that dry. Instead of trying to slice this off while it's damp, let me just let that dry. Now, I've got this little piece of extra. I might just dip across the bottom, or maybe I'll put a little lace. Don't know. All right, now my other little chickadees. Yeah, I've got papers stacked up there, and that's like a big old slide, and they're just sliding. Yeah, I think she did. Teresa Church, but I don't know if it wasn't always this Teresa ASC. The Teresa SC, I don't. Oh, they're probably middle initial and last initial, Teresa Church. But I think it was different, Brenda. Now this one is the one I messed up. So we'll put her aside for a minute. I printed her a second time because I think she's so pretty. What did I do with her? Oh no. I know I printed her. Oh no. Oh, here she is. She's on the flip side of this book. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't she just beautiful? I know she's not real, but she's beautiful nonetheless. Yeah, Teresa Church. Yeah, you know her. Yeah, her husband passed away a couple of years ago. Might even be longer than I remember. Um, and she's there by herself. She's got it. I think she's got her dog. Hey, Ange. Oh, you're going to eat? You're going out to eat, or you're fixing it home? Did you already fix it at home? I'm all about the food. I want to know what you're eating. Um, and I think she's got a decent size place. Oh, you could be right, Amaret. Teresa T. Church. Yeah, you could be right. So her daughter is like 9 hours away in a different state. I guess I will paint these the blue, huh? Maybe I'll glue these down first and then paint the blue, and I can splash the blue up on the edges of. Now, Teresa made a good point in saying putting a primer down, which that's a very valid point. But I don't really know what I would use as a primer. So I think I'm going to glue her down first. Let's see if I can kind of mark where this is. I'm going to trim that little bit off. And maybe I'll put her more this way. Put her all the way on the edge. I don't think so. I think I want her more in the center. If I'll be able to see this. I'm just winging it here. Just swinging it. Yeah, I'll bet, Brenda. Um, I'm sure she has her reasons for not. I think she has a nice sized property. But I don't know how much she's able to use it because she's not really been well. And she's trying to get well. She's working towards that goal. And she's hoping this last surgery, if I'm not mistaken, is going to help her achieve that goal. Be able to breathe a little, better and all that stuff. Have a better quality of life. And she's active in her church, and I get that. Moving is difficult, especially if you're. I'm the kind of person who, for some reason, maybe I just never was in the right house. But none of the places, and we've moved several times, not like military people, but we've moved several times. It is just always just a house to me. And where some people say, "Oh, I can't leave my house." Yep, see ya. I'm out. Pack me up. I'm out. And it's not easy. It's not for everybody. But I think Teresa's got a nice place. So, but that's something I think my husband doesn't consider because I've been wanting to move back to Pennsylvania. We have a really cute little place here. We got a little canal behind us. We've got a lake off to this side and all that jazz. And going back to Pennsylvania, it's more expensive. We wouldn't get as much as we have here. There's a lot that plays into it. But see, the point is, we're not getting any younger. And people, really come here to die in this in this development. They come here to die, which is, I put this here, but I don't want to put it on until I trim that. Might put that there. Put something here. But I didn't sand these other pages, so I might put these gals yet aside. And I had some left over of that other, see, of this. See, some of this might be nice over here. So let me trim this out. Wait not, want not. And even when my mom was ill, it was a struggle because I was the power of attorney, and they needed me to either sign or make decisions on her behalf. Because right there, towards the end, she could not speak for herself. Well, she didn't understand anyway. She had dementia and didn't really know what was going on for the most part. But there at the end, she had no verbal skills. So I'm an hour from everybody in my family, at least. So I would stay overnight at my one sister's. But you can't expect people to do that if something happens to us and we're like, oh, I don't want to be talking about this. Okay, let's talk about something else. All right, so who's got a really cool project going on? Let's do that. Let's talk about that. I'm breaking my own rule. Maybe I'll put a little paint right in there. I think I'm going to switch gears. I've been trying to work on this. Ayesha Khan has this. The first journal I saw that she made was a dark library journal, and I really wanted to replicate that. And I've been struggling with that, to say the least. You're busy making cards. You want to send out a lot of cards to share. Oh, that's nice. I know this is beautiful. I love her. I love her. Look at her little face. Isn't she pretty? With the glitter and paint all over. Oh my gosh, I love her. And okay, so I'm going to just be kind of messy with this and just, scoot some of that paint right on that paper. See, I keep moving this. I need several sizes of this. I should cut that down. I'm going to get my sweater in that paint. Then I'm going to be really, really mad. Really mad. So I was wanting to replicate that library, and I just have been struggling. You're crocheting a sweater? Oh my gosh, that sounds great. I never did a really big project like that. And then Aisha went and she's got one that's a winter theme. Hey, zippity doo dah, good morning. Your altered chocolate box will definitely be different. We like different. We like different. Oh, Peggy. Peggy, you should come and hang out with us in Jersey on the retreat. And we'll teach you. We'll get you getting the hang of it. You're not that far. You should come. You should come. You should think about it and come. Okay, Carol, CB's watching, but she's away from her keyboard. Okay, now maybe I'll put a little around the corner here a little. Might be nice like that. I like that a little better. Just tap a little bit of paint on those other spots. Um, anyway, she has a winter theme one, which to me is a lot easier to to develop the pages. So I'm thinking, I wonder, maybe I should just do a spring one first in her style, thinking I could really get that going. So right before I came on live, I was looking online for spring colored scrapbook paper to help me make some of the pages. So when I'm done here, I'm going to be shopping. Do, 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 do. Don't tell Ron, don't tell Ron. But she did one the other day. She took a piece of like burlap that was on paper, like I have paper that looks like burlap. It's paper on the one side, burlap on the top side. And she cut that in the shape of a basket, okay? Put a little piece of lace around it, put handles on it. I don't know how she made the yarn balls, but she had round flat discs, but she had yarn on it. You know how they have the pictures of looks like wrapped yarn. She had two of those, two big circles, and she used that basket as a pocket and then stuck those little yarn balls she made in. My gosh, it was just so adorable. She just makes me crazy. So now, so I want to make stuff like that, you know. What's Zippity say? The dates weren't good. Oh, they weren't. Oh man, that's something else to pray about. All right, I miss what Zippity said. Not something people really know about, but this old photo teacher remembers. I missed it. Okay, Rochelle. Is it Zippity? Are you Rochelle? Oh no, there's Rochelle. Rochelle Garner. Hi, Rochelle. Now I would have certainly have remembered you. Have we met? If we didn't, welcome in. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. I'm letting my paint dry here. I need to get another little coat there down the crease. So this is just a kid's little board book. RGB versus SP. Okay, so that's colors. All right. So Rochelle, do you know some of the gals in here? Or are you totally new? Like, would you share with us what you like to do in the art world? Oh, printing and all that jazz. Okay, gotcha. All right, so I just smushed on a little more color. I should put out more paint here. I'm using Blue Harbor, which is a really neat blue. Now, see some of this paint, this cutaway paper here on my cover image is, not real dense in um, colors. So, oh, you know what? I have some of this left too from my chocolate box. Maybe I should just do that. Look at that, girls. Maybe I should just do that. And then I could put my tinkle tape on there. I think I might go that. I might go that direction. Hold on. I'm moving this again. Moving it. I'm moving it. And where's my... Now I gotta make sure I get the right template. Yeah, let's cut it right out of the middle. Why not? Why not? Oh, I keep my foot up on my die cutting machine, which is kind of in front of my desk, and then it falls asleep. I just want to watch. Oh, okay. No problem. Well, you are welcome and to be here, and we're just thrilled to see you and meet you. Thanks for saying hi. No pressure. No pressure. All right, so now this isn't going to fit again. I'm going to have extra space, but that's okay. I do like putting paint on with a brayer too. I like the way that looks, especially if you run it through a few times, you know. All right, let's see now. See, I want to trim my excess off here too. So that should be dry enough. Let's see if I can do it without getting myself in trouble. Now, this is a little um, cutting board, not like you use in the kitchen. This is for art. And I got these at the Dollar General, I believe. And they're just a nice little size. Like I have big ones, but these are nice for these smaller projects. And see, I'm going to get my sweater in there. I'm going to be so angry with myself. Let me move that. And so I'm going to use my little blade, my little blade. Hey, Gail, good morning. Oh, thanks for coming in and say hi. You doing okay? Keeping warm? All right, let's see if I can just do this without wrecking what I have already accomplished. See, I'm already off. I'm already off. Now, ideally, you would put a ruler. Boy, some girls make this look so easy. This is just not easy for me. But it's hard to get a ruler along that little space. See, and if you're not careful, oh, that's a cool idea, Kel. Um, it's a little easier to keep your lines straight and not, I usually take a chunk off of the book, if I'm honest. Okay, so that wasn't too terribly bad. I didn't get the top very well. This is kind of giving me a little bit of, I think it still might be a little wet. It's kind of bending on me. I don't know if I can just use a scissors. Always glue something on top of it, you know what I'm saying, girls? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna probably put other stuff on here, but that'll do for now. All right, so let's come back. And I've got my little piece of barn board, if you will. I do have a little bit of blue ink on there, so I'm going to hit that with my heat tool. Like this here. And my corner rounder. I used to have a we are memory keepers corner rounder that you just use. It's a little well, this is handheld too, but just a little square. And I really loved it, but it got dull. And believe it or not, I think I actually threw it out. I was looking for it the other day, and I think I actually threw it out. Yeah, I think I went this way. Maybe I'll do it. I don't like the way I cut this corner, so let's round that one. Always thinking, always thinking. Okay, Zippity. I probably won't be here too terribly much longer. I usually like to only go about 2 hours, so I've got a little time left. But thanks for popping in, and you enjoy your day. All right. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to need something up there. I think maybe this. I think I might tear that. All right, so let's let the gluing begin. So we watched a little bit. My husband doesn't like commercials. I don't think any of us love commercials, but I can deal with them, and he cannot. So he records everything, so we don't watch anything live. So I don't know when this was on, but we were watching snowboard. Snowboarders. Is that how they? What do they call it? Snowboard. Snowboarders on like this big, like, I don't think it wasn't a slalom, like just a big hill that had a big ramp, and they went flying off of that ramp and did all these spins and then landed on the freaking board. I mean, it was incredible. It was only 12 participants, and there was a 17-year-old high schooler from the US that was competing, and he did really well. He didn't come down the hill as far as the other guys, so I think that's what got him in the end. We were thinking he was going to medal, but he got fourth place, which is really good. But they showed his high school. Everybody was like in the gym cheering him on. Oh gosh, it was so great. He did great. He really did great. And I don't know by how much he missed, but so that, I mean, the way these kids can spin around on those things, I don't even. I mean, there's no way I would even. There's no way I would do that at all. I mean, that hill was just, in my book, obnoxious. Just obnoxious. And they just fly down. The way they corkscrew around, and now of course the snowboard is wider than skis. I get that, but even still, it's not that wide. But he did great, and what an experience, right, for a 17-year-old to do that well. So we were watching some of the ice skating. Right now, I think I want this over here, but I want to tear this so it's not straight. Sit that here. So now we're getting into the mixed media part where I'm still using paper and glue, but I'm starting to do some other things to try to add to this. So I'm going to round this corner. And I want to put some of my tape on this page, I think. I might have to look for some words. That's a little bit short there. Maybe all right. So I'm going to do this. Put a little tape, a little glue down tape. Ugh. So I get these reels. When you watch different reels, they keep the same kinds of reels keep popping up for you. The algorithm keeps pushing things that you like in front of your nose, right? So I'm always looking at diet stuff, trying to eat better, healthier, all that stuff. So this one popped up the other day. I'm going to try this. I don't know if I'm going to try it later today. I bought the egg whites. I bought a carton of egg whites. Never bought them before. So this gal says, now she didn't give measurements, but she said that it was 25 proteins for what she made. So I'm going to look on the egg white box and see how much I need for 25 grams. Yeah, I could tell. That's a good idea. Wonder if I have any that's funky enough. That's a very good idea. Um, all right, let me get one of my little. So she took the egg whites and she beat them till they were stiff. Oh, I've got this. It's not really what I was looking for. Oh, you know what else I got? I've got more, oh, that's, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, what did I do with it? I've got Timmy, rub ones. Wait a minute, I'm going to go look for them. She took egg whites and she beat them till they were stiff. And then I think she folded in like a teaspoon of cornstarch. Then she put cinnamon in. She put a good amount of cinnamon. Then she put some natural sweetener. I think she used the liquid monk fruit, but she said it didn't have to be liquid. And she said you could put in any flavoring you wanted, really. And so she folded that all into her egg whites. And then oh, here they are. Here they are. Hold on. Oh, yeah, the one to use these. This might look good in this book. um, yeah, these are some more transfers. I don't use a lot of these. Oh, I can't believe my brain kicked in and I remember I have these. Oh, I like that number 5. Let's see what else I got in here. Did you just get 2 sheets in here? Anyway, so she got a pan looked like an 8x8 or maybe a 9x9 pan baking dish, and she pushed in a piece of parchment paper, and then she just dumped her egg stuff in there, and then she was putting it in a. This is going to be tricky. I have to cut that out. She put it in a 400-degree oven for like 15 to 20 minutes. She said just till the top gets nice and brown. And then she pulled it out. And then she said, trust me on this. Now, she had raw honey. She took like a teaspoon or a little pat of butter and a little bit of honey. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. A little bit of honey. And she melted that in the microwave for just a few seconds. And then she drizzled that on top of the eggs. Now, she said you could do whatever you wanted. You could do fruit. You could do, I think I just want the 5. You could do fruit. What else did she say? Oh, maple syrup. And she said you could eat the whole pan, and it was 25 grams of protein. Woo! Kind of like that. Maybe I want to stamp. Maybe I want to stamp there. Hold on. Let's see. See, I didn't think about all this jazz here, which way I wanted this to go, or just moved my Favorite stamp, of course, I put it further away from me. And she said it was, I mean, it looked delicious. Of course, I like fluffy things. I like meringue. I mean, really, how bad can it taste? I guess you could do it and make it savory too, but this was a way to help if you have trouble, which I do, with a sweet tooth. Let's see if I can get this to stamp. Let's get a piece of scrap paper. I just love that image. I just can't get enough of that image. I just think she's beautiful. Okay. Now this is going to be tricky. So I've got the book, the bend of the book. Yeah, because I don't need this real dark, I don't think. Let's just put a little more ink on here. Oh, this might be upside down. I inked the wrong side. I don't want it to get on her. Hold on, we'll figure this out one way or another. One way or another. That's a little too. Okay, this might just do it. Okay, let's try. Give a good press. Yeah, okay, that's okay, that's okay. Now, did I lose my 5? Probably. Nope, here he is. I might just put her right there, her, him, it, whatever, right there. Close this up. So this is, you've been overtaken. Oh no, you have an avalanche on your desk and floor. You better get them snacks ready. You better stop messing around with that. No 911. You're gonna have time for 911. You got to get them snacks ready for the Super Bowl. Got to keep hubby happy. Now, usually the rubber ones come with some kind of a little popsicle stick type of a thing. Yesterday, when I used one on my chocolate box, I used just a bone folder. See, when you rub it and it starts coming off, it changes color. See how it's, because now it's sticking to the surface. Hey, Terry, good morning. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Janet. I was wondering if you were still here. I know it's getting later in the day for you. What color is your sweater? Is it all different colors? You doing one color? What are you doing? What are you doing? Tell us. Janet did. She purchased a jean jacket, I think, right? Jean jacket, some kind of a jacket. Took the sleeves off and crocheted sleeves on. It is so darling. You have to check out her channel. Janet Nash is the name of her channel. You have to check it out. She's got some cool stuff. Now, it didn't all turn clear, so maybe I haven't rubbed this properly, but it looks like I've got it on there okay. Oh man, so neat. Oh, I love that. I love it. It's time for her to take Freddie out. Okay. Oh, it's multicolors. Nice. Nice. I'm sure it'll be really, really cool. All right. Enjoy your walk. Now I wanted to put a piece of my tinkle tape on this too. See, I made this. This is just a big piece of packing tape. All right. Maybe I'll put that up there. Kel said washi tape. Maybe a washi could come along here or something. I'm thinking I like this. Oh boy, Peggy, that peels like a dream. And it's still real sticky. Peggy, you should write a book. Oh my gosh, when I think of the struggle I had. Now, I made this tinkle tape at the beginning of my stream before some of you were here. Oh, girls, I'm liking that. Let me put my bone folder. You know, I'm going to make some more of that. That is cool. Look at that. Oh, thanks, Cindy. You want to draw her? Teresa, I'll send you a picture. How's that sound? I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but should I tell you who this was? Oh, thanks, EB. Whose digital this was? Her name is Cheryl Francis Art. Francis with an I, like a man's name. Cheryl Francis Art from Etsy. Now, I know, right, Kel? And it happened because I did this first, and when I went to do the blue, this shot and got onto that. And then I thought, oh, wow. So then I added some orange to that one. You know, will it be too much if I put this? No, probably not, right? Let's do it anyway. I just feel like I need a little something over there. See, that's not going to pick back up because it's just regular tape. I didn't lay it down real straight. When I see a little piece of glue hanging on my finger, it's like, squirrel. Okay. But no one will be any the wiser. Just going to give it a good press, and we'll just think that the, hey, Patty. Good afternoon. So now I just have to trim this. Which can be a little fiddly. Oh man, I'm really liking this one. See, now I have 10 pages in all, and I've got to do the back, do something on the back cover. But I had that one little piece of, this that I tore from the bigger image. And I think maybe what I'll do is tear this so I can come across the whole length. Maybe I should do the barn paper that I had. The barn slats. Let's see. Might like that a little better. This is a little straight. Of course, I could trim that. All right, so let's see. I usually get myself in trouble doing this, so let's go a little wide. I really wanted her lip on there, so don't give me any lip there, little miss. Yeah, I'm not liking that as much as I thought I would. Lori, what did you put the tape on? So, yeah, it's not coming to me. Give me a second. It'll come to me. The release paper, like from a sticker. This was release paper from a press on that I used yesterday on my chocolate box. So anything like, the labels, something labels are on or something that stickers are on. Thanks, Kel. Maybe I should just do another piece of tinkle tape and just make it longer. Why don't I do that? Because a lot more of you were here. You can go back and look, but why? Why when I can just make another piece? Gotta find my tape. So I'm just using regular shiny cellophane tape. A little longer than what I normally would do because I want it to fit there. Now, what I did was I started out with what I would say would be normal color for tinkle tape for me, which I usually use like a butterscotch or a caramel. This one happens to be latte. So I'm going to put some of this down. And I'm just going to squirt it on. Now, originally, I used a Q-tip to spread it around. But on that big piece, the big piece I used on the inside of the book here was packing tape. And I had a little oops over here because when I did the blue one, when I did this one, I shot some blue on this tinkle tape here. So then I thought, oh, well, you know what? That really doesn't look too bad. So then I added the blue and the orange, which I had pulled out because of the colors of these gals that I knew I was going to use. And it stayed nice and sticky on this release. Ooh, see, this blue really jumps out of there pretty quick. I didn't even squeeze that. I just tipped it. I know, right? The oops one looks good, right, Cindy? So I'm just adding that in on that one. I think I'm going to take the end of a paintbrush and drag some of this around. And then let it dry. Cindy, I'll tell you what, and this is really crazy, but if you send me your address on either Instagram or my email address, I'm pinkgirly@gmail.com, I'll send you that. I'll send you a little happy mail and I'll put that in there. There's Reckless. Hello, hello, good afternoon. So this is going to take a little bit for that to dry. Not too terribly long, but it will take a little. So I think I'm going to put that on there. Should have left that end clear, shouldn't I have? Shouldn't I? Oh well. I'm going to have to just make a decision, aren't I? Aren't I? All right. So the rest of this book, I'm just going to continue with this whole layout and look. Yeah, I need to decide about the back cover too. You know, yeah, because I can make more. So it's on you. You give me your address because this I'll pop this right in a little envelope. Just regular mail. All right, and then I'll put a few other little scraps in there, and you could do some creating with that. I'm wondering if I need a word on her. Just back away. I would say to my neighbors, I'm just back away from the page and leave it alone before you wreck it. Before you wreck it. Now this is warping a little bit, but it should be okay. Not be too bad. So I think I'm going to need some lace or something on here. Maybe I'll use one of these other gals on the back. Back away. Back away. Oh, she's funky. Look at her. Save that piece of tinkle tape and make a different piece. Don't cover her lip. Oh, Kel, you're so smart. That's very good. It's a very good idea, honey. Thank you. Let's do that. All right, so let's get another piece of tape. Kel's always got my back. She's got my back. Make it long. Make it long. Here's my book. Okay. Now these are just strips here. I don't think that's going to matter on the release paper. Let me put this down. Boy, I got that close. All right. So now, pay attention, Lori. I need a good. So I'm only going to do it up to maybe about there. I know, and there's more. I had trouble printing, so I didn't really get them all printed. I wanted to show you the rest of them. They're just magnificent. And then I got another one where they're not the gals aren't as funky as this, but they're in the blues. I'm really not a blue person, but gosh, I've been really liking blue in the last couple of years. All right, so I don't want to come over too far. I see I could do this all day with the ink and the tape. Wonder how this would be like on the jelly plate. If you could pick up some, I should ask Devin. Maybe just a little. Out that way. If you could pick up something like this. You're definitely a blue person. No pun intended. Really blue. Am I blue? Am I blue? Look how that's going in a circle. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I could just do that. No pun. I could do this all day for real. Pick some other fun colors. How fun is that? All right, so it doesn't take long. Now, what most of you don't know is our dear Peggy gifted me a bunch of these alcohol inks. So I have a plethora of inks that I could play with. And I think I have a lot of tape because I think right before Christmas we bought a whole book, a whole thing. I have them in my cart on Etsy. What do you have in your cart? Oh, these. There was another. Let me see. Where's my phone? Can I pull it up on my phone? I don't know if I can get it. Let me enable you some more. But one of them was this one. I think was only like a buck something, right? I think that was only buck something. Etsy. So where did I buy it? See, I have two different Etsy accounts. Don't even ask me. It's just so sad. So sad. Now why isn't that loading? Yeah, the blue lady. Okay, wait a minute. That didn't work. That didn't work well. Let me enable you, and we'll have a real good time. Yes, sir. All right, I don't know if I can get purchases. Oh, yeah, here. Soft blue portraits. Let me see if I can. Look at these babes. Now, these are not funky like the other one. Oh, let's look. Look how pretty. Now this one's on sale. Originally $771 they get for it. It's on sale today until February 10th for $347. And then if you have the ability to, you can print it as many times as you want. All right, now let me see if I can find the one we're using today. Here it is. $1.45. Okay, give me a break. It's 75% off. I'm sorry. I know some of us have tight budgets, but you could find this, probably in the cushions of your car. $1.45. Look. Oh, I just see my heart just stops when I see images like this. And then I just want to use them. Look at her. Look at this chick. I love that one. That one. I mean, there's so many. They're just so different. When you look at them real close, like look at her. It's like she's got paint all over her face. You know? And then like a bigger journal cover. If I do a spring Aisha Khan journal, these would look fabulous on some of those. So sorry, but yeah. Bloomin' Lady mini papers. She calls it Bloomin' Orchard Lady Portrait. I just loved them. Okay, let's see. This is still, it's a little tacky. Your color is purple. Mine's green and purple. Now I could put my heat tool on here, but see, it'll melt the tape. So I just have to be patient. So after I get this on my front cover, I'm going to say adios and then let you get on with your day. I thank you for being here. This has been fun. I didn't think it was going to be this much fun, to tell you the truth. I got some other digitals I was thinking about using in this little book. And then I bought those girls. This kind of stuff. These would be good backgrounds, Pop the girls on some of these. But I just, I could hug her and I could smack her. That Jacqueline Lovely got me hooked on digitals. And then Diane telling me about the presentation paper. Now, I read somewhere someone said either print on matte, which is this presentation paper, or what was the other word? See, I keep forgetting what the other one is. And your digitals print much nicer. You get better color and all that jazz. All that jazz. I'm still a little tacky right there. Oh, she's so tacky. No, Cindy, you're not in my book. I have a Art Buddy book that I have created, a journal. I'm putting everybody in there that wants to be in there. And I decided this morning that I'm just going to work on that on Tuesday nights. So if you're around Tuesday evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be working some more on my book, and I can put you in there if you want to be in there. You just have to answer a few questions. They're not hard questions, and I could put you in there because I don't want to be working on it all the time. I really want to get that down, but I don't want to smear that either. So, let's just see. Well, I'll just show you the book real quick. It's kind of a Thanksgiving cover because it says Season of Gratitude. So these are my Art Buddy friends, which I'm very thankful for. And I've got stuff stored here that still needs to get in the book. I've worked on a few other pages, and Peggy's gonna go right on the front there. And I've got to get her little picture. I've got to put her little picture in the book. Don't tell her. Shh. Don't tell Peggy. And then I just keep adding to the pages. I'm going to glue Joyce's pages together because I don't want that to tear. Yeah, so I just put different things in. I was working on veils. So I've got veils going. Added some things that Angie has. You heard me? Added some things to Angie's page that she made. I have to switch. I'm going to leave that, but I need to add a cat here for Ginger Pam. I've got cats I can print and put in. So yeah, it's been fun. And G3 sent me pictures. I got to get those printed. I really do like Cynthia's page. So this I was just messing around with a stencil. Oh, I didn't share enough. I should wise up. I should wise up. I'll be back going to fix me some rice. Okay, Teresa. Might not be here. Might need to go. I think I'm going to put myself on these pages that look like baseball. That looks like a baseball to me. Yeah, I might put me there with some baseball stuff. Jenny, I got to get more info on Jenny. Janet's page. I need to do something here. Maybe I'll put her name on something else and tape it on. I'm not happy about Janet's page. I think I have to do a redo on Janet's page. Okay, Candy. Wait a minute, I got a list here. I got to make a list now after I embarrassed myself the other night and forgot dear Peggy. All right, let me get a pencil. Put Candy in here. So I'll put you in there. I'm going to work on this on Tuesday nights. Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern. Yeah. I think Gail's, Vale, she's here. Vale, I think you're going to be happy. I keep saying Gail, but it comes out Gail. But I know it's Vale. Wait a minute, she's back here. I think Gail's page turned out cool. I tried to make Periwinkle. I thought that turned out pretty cool. Let's see. We got Teresa right here. She's a double spread. She made me these die cuts. And there's Patty. Where did Gail go? Oh no, she's back towards the back here. But this has been so fun for me, really. I didn't make the now the pages were in here. I bought this from Jacqueline, but then I added pages, see, and I got different sizes, so it's hard to find people. Even with my tags, I have to say it's hard to find people. But I don't want to cut those other ones down. I think that would be, well, I could take it apart. There's Anne Marit. Oh, Anne Marit, are you still here? You're 164 centimeters, right? Anne Marit likes pink. So I did some stenciling. She's from Norway. And I had 164 centimeters on a sheet of paper, but I didn't write who it was for, but I think it's you. And I think in inches, that's like about 5'5". So I have to add that on, but I wanted to check with you to see if I had that right. Oh, where the heck did Bill go? And then I did some watercolors. Oh yeah, I put these on Dana's. This is a new edition, right? It's not my, I mean, J.D. Willingham did something like this many, many years ago. So it's not an original. I don't think I have an original idea. Where the heck did I put Gail? I know she's in here. See, now this is going to drive me. Kevin, Judy, Gail. And we have to get more tabs made. There she is. Gail. There's a double spread. Dee did a fizz. Yes, it was a long time ago. Yes, so you're 1 6. Okay, 106. Thank you. Okay, so she's 5'5". So there's Vale. Add some punk. Added some punk. She might have stepped away or fell asleep. Pink and purple. Okay, I could add some more purple to your page. But I'll remember that. That's, yeah. So I might work on this a little bit more between now and Tuesday night. Because I want to get Peggy's page underway for sure. So, all right. So now I'm going to put Cindy Daly on here too. What to do with my pen seal. These are other things. I don't have to remember that part anymore. Cindy Daly. All right. Yes, I know. Yeah, you will be. But I'll fix yours up and add your height on there. And I was pretty sure it was you, but I didn't want to assume with my old brain. Yeah, so this has been fun, huh? It's been fun. So that'll be a Tuesday night project, okay? All right, so now let's get this jingle tape on here. Now I got to get it on. Get it on properly. Oh, it picked up those dots. Isn't that cool? It picked up those little ink dots that were on the. That's another way. That's another thing I could do. Rosa, I'm just loving this. Nothing like admiring your own work, huh? Well, Tim Holt should hang out here because this would be an idea for him. He can make a lot of money making this. Come on, Tim. What are you doing with your Sunday? Come and hang out with us. Okay, I don't want to get too Look, I'm going to save that piece. That's yummy. Let's save it. Save it. Okay. Oh, tomorrow you might be on with Pam? Okay. That's fun. All right, ladies, I'm out. Out like a trout. Going to go grab some lunch and work around my desk here a little bit, I think. Your birthday is tomorrow, Amaret. We have to sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amaret. Happy birthday to you. Have a nice day tomorrow. All right, tell you're saying read 'em. Welcome, read 'em. Read 'em. He's rolling in his money like Scrooge McDuck. True, true. I love Jimmy though. Uh, Norway. Yes. Isn't this internet great? It's great. Oh, thanks, EB. It's always nice to see you. And don't forget our dear Teresa. She's on the mend. Praise the Lord. She's on the mend. Okay. Yes, everyone stay warm and add to your prayer list that Peggy's schedule opens up so she can come and hang out with me and Janet Nash in Jersey and Candy. Candy's going to be there. Are you stoked, Candy? Candy's coming. Candy, we're all going to be together. Lori, it's a typo. It's supposed to be B. It's still doing it. I can usually read typos. Oh, good, Cindy. It was so nice to meet you. I know. It's going to be exciting, right? Okay. So hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday evenings. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. Redone, my friend from. Oh, okay. That's a person's name. Got it. All right. I finally got it. All right. Love you all. Hope to see you real soon. Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. And until next time, bye bye for now. As soon as I find my mouse, I'm out. Here we go. Bye.